The brand new Shure MoveMic is a lav microphone that you can hold.
But you're supposed to wear it.
I'm gonna hold it.
But you're supposed to wear it.
You're old. The MoveMic is Shure's entry into the all-in-one wireless lav mic system that actually looks more like a lav than something like this. A giant plastic box stuck to your chest. Jokes aside, this microphone is meant to be worn like a lav microphone, and you can see the size of this is its big advantage over other all-in-one wireless lav microphones that are on the market today. And for me, the new trend of having the big giant square plastic lav attached to your chest, a lot of times with a big windscreen on it, never really appealed to me. So when Shure asked me if I wanted to review this, I definitely wanted to try it out. And to make it even more discreet, I think it's meant to be flipped around and worn like that, and instead you just see the clip. The pickup pattern is coming out of the top here. There's a little detachable windscreen that I can't really imagine taking off, but you could take it off for it to be even more discreet. And this is what it sounds like with that little windscreen off. That said, it's probably also not going to do too much to prevent wind if you're outside. So I would like to see Shure come out with a more substantial windscreen that would actually work great in heavier wind. And additionally, this unit can connect to your phone, Android or iOS, without the need for a receiver. So that is incredibly cool. We've seen that in a few other microphones. However, this one has one huge advantage, which I'll get to, also a downside. The mic also comes with a case to charge it in, which holds its own charge. And there are a few different packages you can get from the single mic. There's a 2-mic kit, and there's a 2-mic and receiver kit, which is what Shure sent to me for review, but they had no part in the making of this video. They haven't even seen it before you. The MoveMic is spec'd to run 8 hours on its own charge, and then the case gives you 2 additional charges, which gives you a total of 24 hours of charge time before you have to go back and plug the case in. Shure says the mic extends to 100 feet. They also developed what they call IPX4 technology, which they told me creates a stronger, more reliable signal. And for those of you where range is important, toss a comment below and let me know what you're recording so far away from your camera where that is something that is important to you. I could see it being useful for sports, but what are some other use cases that might be something you need up to 100 feet away or more? If you have the 2-mic and or the receiver kit, the additional unique advantage that this system has that I alluded to earlier is that it's 2 channels, but those 2 channels can go direct to your phone, just the transmitter, no receiver attached, separated discrete channels. So this is me and my buddy. We're out at a local bar. There's probably at least 100 people, and he goes away to make an order. He's inside through closed doors and about 20 people between us, and he's over 50 feet away, and I captured the whole conversation.
Can I have a number 7?
Keep it open or close it down?
You can close it out.
But I'm on the left channel, he's on the right channel. I can separate those in post-production and process them separately. So that is really cool, all without a receiver on the phone. So it's the first of these all-in-one lav mic systems to be able to do those 2 channels discreetly without a receiver. And that's part of that IPX4 technology that they developed. Again, it does have some compromises. One being that you have to record into the Shure Motive app, either video or audio version. It's a really good app, but you can't go to a third-party app. You can live stream to YouTube, Facebook, anything else that has like an RTMP server from inside that app. And most things you're going to record probably don't need to be on a third-party platform. Record it in the app, and then you upload to whatever third-party service you want to go to, something on social. And one of the main reasons you would want to be in the third-party app is live streaming, and you can live stream from the Shure Motive app. And its integration into the Motive app also gives you several DSP processing options, including noise reduction, which I have engaged right now. It's raining outside, but I'll demo that more in a little bit. And the MoveMic also boasts that it's instant pairing, meaning that once you turn the mic on and it's been connected to the app at least once, it's a matter of 1, maybe 2 seconds before you're ready to record. So turn it on, it's basically ready to go, and it remembers that. But if you are using the receiver kit, which I'm using now, if you've connected to that, it'll be instant for the receiver, but if you then want to go to your phone, you'll need to reconnect the microphones to your app, the Shure Motive video or audio app, and then again, when you pull up that app, it'll be instant. But if you switch between the 2, you're going to need to repair the microphones, from what I can tell. But if you're a content creator, essentially anyone who records yourself and puts it online, or just records yourself for family video, whatever you're recording yourself for. A lav mic or any microphone that is closer to you while you're recording is probably the #1 thing I would say you should have when you're creating content. This is the #1 area where I see creators fall down. They have great looking video and then only the microphone that is on the camera or the phone, and it sticks out like a sore thumb soon as you are more than a few feet away from the camera or in an environment with any kind of background noise. And just as a reference, this is the audio coming from my onboard Sony camera, which is about 2.5 feet away from me. So you can hear the difference from just being a couple feet away from having a mic on you versus just on the camera, especially like a built-in option. And if you're also a creator who travels, I mean, this is it. Throw this in your pocket. You can do a 2-person interview or of course shoot all your solo content. Grab your phone and not only are you ready to record great looking video, but most importantly, it's gonna sound good. People are gonna hear what you're saying. If you're using the receiver, you have the ability to connect the mics to your camera via the included 1/8 inch cable, as well as to your computer or phone via the included USB-C cable. And you can control the various processing options like flat, singing, or speech mode. There's high pass filtering at 75 and 150 Hertz, a light, medium, or heavy compression, a 5-band EQ, and noise reduction. As well, you have a mute option which can be engaged on the receiver by simply pressing the on-off button on the mic itself. On the receiver, you can also control the gain, and it goes all the way up to 60 dB. I'm not sure why you'd need to go that far, but that's a lot of gain, and it seems to sound pretty clean. For reference, I'm only at 25 dB of gain right now, and the camera's audio input is down to 1. So more gain than you're gonna need. And the only processing I did on this audio was to bring it up to its final level for deliver to YouTube, which is about -20 dB LUFS. The receiver also has a headphone output, so you can monitor audio going into the camera or the computer. And when connected to the phone or computer via the USB cable, that's included, the receiver has the ability to mix the level of your voice and the USB output of your device. So essentially, it's an audio interface. If you're on your phone or computer and you're doing an interview, you can mix how much of your voice that you're hearing, so you're monitoring your audio, which is good to do, with the amount of audio that's coming back from your device, which is really important to be able to hear both sides balanced while you're having the conversation. All right, I'm gonna throw on some headphones so I can hear what you're hearing. The noise reduction is on. Let's push that a little further so you can actually hear it. However, if you wanna hear this, you should throw on some headphones as well. It'll let you hear what's going on. So again, noise reduction is on. I have a heater over here. I'm gonna turn it on. You should hear the heater start up, but then the noise reduction will kick in and reduce that. So I'm gonna be quiet. Here we go, turn it on. All right, you can hear the noise reduction figured out what the noise is, and it kicked in, and now I'm talking with the noise reduction on and the heater. I'll be quiet again. Turn it off. And I'll turn it back on. And fairly quickly, the noise reduction kicks in, and you can hear it, and it sounds very good. So the noise reduction works really well on this microphone, and it's a feature that I absolutely love. It saves me time in post-production, and it doesn't sacrifice the quality of my voice. That's the big thing. Usually noise reduction, if you do third-party processing of it, the plugin, a lot of times you can hear that, although noise reduction has gotten really good, and whatever they're using inside of the MoveMic is just as good as some of those third-party plugins, at least for basic ground floor noise like that, HVAC, a fan, something like that in your system. Okay, so the microphone is great. It works really well connecting directly to the phone inside the Motive app. Works really well connected to the camera with the receiver kit. But what are the downsides? My biggest issue is simply the price. It's kind of pricey. The single mic option, which goes directly to your phone, is $249 in the US right now. The 2-mic option is $349, and the full kit with the receiver is $499. So that's a decent amount above some of the other offerings in this class. And it doesn't have a couple things like 32-bit recording or any recording on board, although there is an option to create a safety track. And like I said, you can't connect to third-party apps directly with the mic without a receiver. With the receiver, you can, because you're just using it as an audio interface to your phone or your computer. So who do I really think is buying this microphone? Who's it for? Well, it's great for me because I do a lot of my recording with a lav mic, but I'm usually doing it with a lav mic that goes into a recorder that isn't even connected to the computer, and then I sync up the audio in post. This makes it super discreet and easy for me to connect direct to my phone, which I don't do a lot of recording on, usually the camera. And since I have the receiver kit, I go direct in the camera, and then my audio is all synced, and I don't have to do that in post-production. So a great option for me in the way that I record. But if you don't record like that, or you just have the single unit and you're going directly to your phone, then this is a great option because, again, of its size. So if you care about how the microphone looks on camera, or you just don't want it weighing down your shirt, or you wear like a lightweight shirt and you need something lighter than a big chunky piece of plastic, it's a good option for you. And probably even bigger use case than the single mic is the two mic system, because this is its unique value add that it can connect two of these microphones, two of these lav mics wirelessly to your phone without the receiver. So you can take your phone, one little kit, go out, record an interview, and then have two separated channels to process in post-production so you can upload the best quality production that you can get. And this is the first system with that IPX4 to be able to do the dual connect to the phone without a receiver. This is a big pain if you have to connect a receiver to your phone. Where does the receiver go? So you got to buy an extra mount to connect the receiver to the phone. You have two pieces. This, much easier. And then with the full kit, again, that's what I'm using. It works great for me to go to camera, but it's also interesting that it can go to the computer as an audio interface. So you could go from your camera to your computer if you're going to record some interviews, or you're going to be on Zoom calls, live streams, whatever. It's a good option for that too. Shure also says that they've developed a custom acoustical design inside the microphones to ensure a presence peak that is around 2 kilohertz to 6 kilohertz, which enhances intelligibility and clarity for speech application. That's that brighter end of the speech, the sparkle. They've gone and put a little boost in there. And of course, this is Shure, so we know the audio quality is good, the engineering is good, and they're really leaning into their quality and their history and their lineage of producing good sounding audio. All right, that's a new MoveMic from Shure. I'll be keeping the units and using them in future recordings, so if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. If you're into looking like everyone else on social these days, it's really small to hold, so put it up there, hold it, do whatever you want. You're supposed to wear it.